Maybe you already know the video, 3 exercises that everyone over 50 should do. We call it the big 3. Today I will show you the exercises that everyone over 60 should do. If you think you can do more than what we are doing today, you are welcome to practice the video for the over 50-year-olds naturally. Click here for direct access. And in the end, I will show you how you can effortlessly perform the most important of these 3 major stretches without any additional time, almost as if it were not even an exercise. For the first exercise, you go to the wall, but differently than you might think. Lean against it with your back, maybe about half a foot width in front of the wall, so that you can lean comfortably against it. You don't have to maintain balance, the wall does it for you. And now you take both hands to the lower buttocks, where the buttocks essentially end. And please focus on your groin and try to pull in your stomach a little bit. And now you keep going forward, leaning against the wall the whole time and feeling where it stretches. It may stretch in the groin itself, it may stretch at the top of the thighs, maybe it pulls a little into your hip, maybe even into your back. No matter where it pulls, go as far forward as you can still tolerate it well. That means you can breathe in and out normally, you don't have to count attention, you don't have to cramp your fingers in any way to endure it. That would be too intense. Go very slowly further in and feel the increasing stretching, and if it works, then feel into the belly button, into the abdominal area, and try to leave it behind while the groins move forward. You practically stretch out comfortably, always extending further, and make sure that your hands, your pelvis, your lower pelvis, in a way, shift from back to front, opposite to the groins. And you breathe, and now concentrate to the extent that it affects your breathing. Inhale and stay in that position, then exhale and push the groins a little further forward. And then again, you breathe in and out and push the groins a little further and feel exactly inside. The moment you feel that the stretching is too intense, just stay there. Or go back a little bit if you notice, oh, that was too much, then just go back a little bit. Keep going in nice and deep. We've almost made it. Take a few more breaths. Always look at it while exhaling. If you can, go a little further into the stretch. And then you slowly come out again, detach yourself from the wall, and take a few steps and feel how your hips feel, how your back feels. If you have acute back problems, maybe something has already changed there. That could be very possible. And now we go to the other side. Take a chair for support, stand in front of the chair, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and grip the backrest depending on how the chair looks so that you stand securely. And as soon as you are standing securely, you first concentrate on fully extending the knees. Bend them experimentally and straighten them again. If you notice that it already hurts too much in the back of the knees when straightening, then go a little higher with your torso and try again. It must be that when you fully stretch, you may already feel a stretching sensation on the back of the legs, mostly in the knee hollows, maybe in the lower back, but it is really easy to endure and feels totally positive. And then you consciously stretch your knees and keep them straight. It is important now that you keep your knees fully extended throughout the exercise. And then you try how it feels when you slowly lower the trunk, the upper body, further and further. If the backrest is already too high for that, you reach around, maybe first with your fingertips on the seat, always checking, is the knee extension still present in both legs, and then you go further down. And the further down you go, the more you notice that the lower back also starts to pull. Eventually, you may get tension from the calves over the back of the knees into the lower back. And now breathe again very consciously if possible. Attempt to participate. Breathe in, stay as you are. And when you exhale, let yourself go down further and further, bending your arms a little bit more. And again, you breathe in, and you breathe out, and you keep going down. And breathe in again, and breathe out, and keep going down. But always pay attention, is it still bearable? So you notice it by being able to breathe calmly, by not having to hold your breath to endure something, by not having to make a fist to endure something. It must be a positive basic feeling. It must be a kind of feeling, I know why I'm doing this, it strains me a bit, it also hurts, but in a way that I can completely let go, stay completely relaxed. Always a little bit more when exhaling. Inhale, exhale a little bit more. And then you slowly come up again, take a few steps, feel inside. If you want to practice this exercise in another variation, then click here. And otherwise, it would be great if you already noticed something. If it feels good, then give a thumbs up and write a comment about your experience with these exercises. Now we come to the third exercise. For the third exercise, you need a corner or a door frame. And now you do the following. You walk towards the corner until you are standing in front of it, so that when you lean your arms are at an angle of -45 degrees, diagonally downwards against the wall, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. And slowly let the upper part of the chest move in, the body into the corner, so that you can hold it well, nice and stable. If you now notice that there is too little stretching, that you could tolerate a little more, then you stretch your right leg, go back a little bit, maybe take the half 10 centimeters higher, stretch your arms and go forward again. Try to feel your shoulders. Where should you feel the stretch? You should feel it in the shoulder itself, maybe in the chest, in the upper arms, elbow crease, forearms, and even in the fingers, depending on how tight you are. This can be very good. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed if something starts to tingle now, because when you come out, it will stop again. Perhaps you notice now that it's still a bit too little for you. In that case, you go up a little again. You continue doing that until you are at a maximum height that is slightly higher, about a hand's width higher than horizontal. It may well be that it takes a few days, a few weeks until you are up there, but when you are here, then you have a very, very liberating effect, not only for the shoulder, which was already the case before, but also for the entire chest area. You feel that you can somehow breathe easier. These are the effects that we usually hear about. And now again, what do you do when you are at your height? You breathe here again very consciously, as with the other two exercises, and always try to go a little further in when exhaling. Make sure to always move forward with the upper end of the sternum, not with the abdomen or pelvis, because then there is no change in shoulder stretching. And we need those for this exercise. Always a little further forward. And now take a close look at my fingertips. When you notice that you could go further into the corner, but your arms, your hands somehow stick to the wall, then you bend your fingers, and now the fingertips go a little further towards the corner. And then you lift your palm, stretch your fingers again. Automatically the elbows are slightly bent, and then you go further in. And you can repeat that as often as you like until the 2 or 2.5 minutes that we are doing it now are over. Now we take one last breath, deep in, deep out, and try to go a little further into the corner while exhaling. And come out slowly again. What is the most important of these 3 stretches? In my opinion, the most important one is the hyperextension, which we did against the wall, because everything else more or less follows from that. This is caused by sitting, and this is the exercise that specifically compensates for sitting. So what do we do now? Now we lie down. Sounds good, right? That's what we promised. No exercise. We lie down. I'll take the back saver. If you don't have it, you can take a few books as a substitute, maybe put a pot holder on top, which is a bit softer. And then you push yourself up in the pelvis, place the back saver under the sacrum, stretch your legs, and what do you notice? You feel a stretch, just like the one on the wall, but what had I promised? Just be lazy, just lie down. I really enjoy doing this in the evening before going to bed because it feels like a proper relaxation for me and counteracts all the sitting we've been doing throughout the day. And when you realize that you can work with it, you can adjust the height differently, and you can also spread your feet apart, try it, and then you'll notice, oh, that way stretches more. So that's another adjustment, moving your legs back. Then you would take the next height, bring your feet together again, and start there again, always loosening it further. You can lie on it without any time limit. Just be careful if you lie on it for too long, danger of falling asleep, which is actually positive because it relaxes you. And when getting up, you have to be a little careful. Go out slowly again, lift your pelvis, remove what is underneath, and then you are back up. Now a note on my own behalf. This back saver, which is part of our aid tools, I designed and offer it to you so that you can make the exercises easier, more efficient, and also time-saving. That is the purpose of all these aids. If you want information about it, click on the image of the back saver, and then you will learn everything you need to know. We now have another back routine for you. Click on it if you want something a bit different. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. Activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. And above all, share this video and the information with everyone over 60 that you know. Nice to see you again. Goodbye until next time.